Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's Stage Racer, and this is episode 74. Last time out, we got ourselves into the lead of Paris-Nice. With that lead, we're going to try to hang on to it over these final two stages. This one, punchy with plenty of climbing along the way, and then a mountain time trial at the end. Realistically, there's only one solid contender remaining in Adam Yates, as he and I have a pretty healthy gap comparatively to the rest of the field. So let's see how we do with this one. As leader, I have total team control. Expected was a +1. I don't get it, but with the 97% fitness, I actually still have a pretty good distribution or bonus to my attributes today. +2 to the mountain, +2 to the hills, +1 to the acceleration, stamina resistance, both getting a small boost as well. That's going to hopefully be enough. Breakaway is still trying to form, and my team is beginning to get involved in the control of the peloton, as they should, considering we are the leader. But looking at how tired everybody is as this breakaway is trying to establish. Until it gets established, this could be pretty damaging, especially with this Category 1 climb to come. Another group taking off yet again. A lot of the same guys. 7 riders out front at the moment. Small advantage. And we're through the sprint point. First one. Last one nearing the end. On him here when we can. We're still catching up to the breakaway, which is now just 6 riders, and we seemingly have decided to let them go after bringing in one rider here, Umba, who was in the break. One rider comes back, and that's enough, apparently. There's Lutsenko, Mataway, who sits 22nd. Gadu is 6th and 2 minutes down. Stuyven out of contention.
Several riders are attempting to break away.
Venipol, +4 race day condition. Watch out for this guy. Vader has such strong attributes in my career save. Tish Minute on a -1. Alright, let's speed things along. We've gotten through the climb. After everybody sat up, it got a lot easier. Blikra, doing all of the work, is quite exhausted, but with the descent, even he will recover some. Delay also put some work in to keep me at my freshest, and for that he suffered. Goosen's out the back on a crash. He's on a +3. Hopefully he gets back up here because he's obviously going to be useful to us. Gap at the moment not really coming down. Now it starts to come down slightly. He's not alone. He's got 13 riders with him. You would think they should be able to cover a 2.5 minute gap. A descent could be a part of the reason why they're not covering it terribly well. Yeah, now they're back within range here. They've closed it back down to they've gained a minute over this valley. But they're still 2 minutes back. Of course, that's not that far. It's not that hard to make contact as they do now, as we're not pushing that hard on this Category 2 climb. For now, this is looking pretty easy. 6 riders off the front though. 4+ minute gap, and the one guy we were using to try to keep it in control, Blikra, gave up on that. And you see a lot more fatigue set in as we went over the top of that climb, and the gap to the front came down by more than a minute. High tempo. Okay, we got a recovery period coming as we go over the top there. Gap at the front held firm through that secondary part. And we need to get somebody up here get the job done in protection. The weakest man on it for now. Because here we go into the real climbs. This is going to be a little more decisive part to this day. I'll put a little more effort in, but at 79 I should be able to keep up just fine. Gap the front, just a 3 minute and shrinking now.
Its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Delay, Blickra are done. Let's get somebody else. Voss is good. Dombrowski looks really good today. Garrison's too far back. Goosens looks really good, so let's get Voss on it.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside their breakaway.
He'll have plenty of time here in this undulating area before we go up the Category 1 climb. So it looks like we're going to start the official climb here shortly. Oh, I go down with a crash by myself. And no team. Oh, Garrison. Garrison took me out. Is it Garrison that took... Wow. Okay. And no team support. They're not coming back for me, so we have got to instantly recover a lot of ground here. I'm good at descending. I'm good at climbing, so we are going to have to push. How far back am I? Almost 3 minutes. From the front of the field to almost 3 minutes down here in the rain. Garrison gave me support for a few seconds, but that's about it. Gap down to 2 minutes, so I pulled back a minute already. Left that group behind. Let's go arrow for a moment for this little descent here. Let's not go crazy on the acrobatics.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages.
And here is Dombrowski. Okay, let's follow him. Let's have him work hard. He's punchy. Let him use up his energy. Garrison was spent. I'm going to easily keep up with Dombrowski and let him do the work for a little bit. And there's the group. That's the group. Yes, that is the peloton. We are already nearly back in this thing. And there you go, we are in the peloton. And Dombrowski set up a little bit here. Just help me get back towards the front. I have plenty of energy left though, so I will be okay. Even if someone decides to attack, at the moment I have plenty of time to get back up there. Goosen's fading. And Dombrowski is done. Put him back to auto. And climb back up myself. There's an acceleration here that's going to split the peloton in a moment. No, it does not split it. But got some guys trying to take advantage of the leader being off the back, it looks like. This is the front of the field. I'm not really in the KOM, but I might as well, here as we approach the top, take the points. I'll recover on the descent. Thin the field out a little bit. And there you go, we sit up, begin our recovery. Plenty of time to recover here. Those points jump. I get a jump to 4th place in the KOM. Recovery on. Voss is here, so I have one rider to protect me over the final climb and on the way towards the finish. Dombrowski back in contact. We're at 45 now, 51 now. Goosens is back. Voss now putting some work in. And I'm fully recovered. However, you can see that I did cost me some energy that I'm not going to get back. I'm definitely nowhere near the kind of strength I was earlier on in the stage. I did lose a bit there, but I should have enough to get through one remaining climb here just fine. In fact, with 3... Voss going back to get water. Bad timing on that one. 37k to go. We do need it one last time, but I'd rather have my full team at the front at the moment to control this last climb. I just saw Voss, did I not? Yes, there's Voss.
Merlier has fallen.
And he is nearly done. There he goes. Okay. So here's where... Wow. That's taken a long time to recover, isn't it? Go 87. Okay, Voss looks good. Like for the first time in a long time, We have teammates that look good.
Uh-oh, the pack is quick to the bait.
Goosens. Let's put that foot down. Let's get in control here and split this field up. The descent doesn't worry me as long as we don't crash. It's attacks on the ascent that could be a threat. We're already inside 5K though, so this one should be pretty easy if we manage it. We don't have to push too hard, we just have to push hard enough that nobody is going to think about attacking. And so far they have not. On to Dombrowski, and we're down to 2.4K. I should still have Foss left for the descent. As he's going to lead us out for about 1.5K. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to go forward now. Foss is going to follow me because I want him to still be around for the ending. Dombrowski, meanwhile, and set him to auto, and we'll see if he's still there or not, but I'll take the KLM points again. 3 points, might as well. Never hurts. In fact, that's enough to put me into second place of the KOM. Just like that, we've jumped to second. Foss beginning to fade. As we go over the top, I will set up and Foss will recover. And we've got 35.
A team leader is falling behind.
Right. Let's switch this up. Foss now, go ahead and go back into protect mode. And that'll help me recover even faster. And then he'll be ready to respond if something happens. We have this sprint point coming up. I'd like to kind of be aggressive on that sprint point because I don't want Yates to pick up the seconds, and he's probably in a strong position to do so. So with 2K, follow Foss,
the leader is on the ground.
and let's have him be aggressive. Alpha Elite pushing. Oh, come on! A second crash on the descent. I wasn't attacking. There was no sprint in there. Foss accelerated just a little bit, and he wipes us both out.
A rider is down. There are just 15 kilometers left.
Now we're going to sprint, because I'm going to follow. We've got to get back in contact. There are groups between us. That is not the Foss. No. Other way around. Terrible luck. Terrible luck. Now, up effort from Foss could have something to do with that crash, but there was no sprint there, and we saw others sprinting, and they didn't crash. Foss is a 76 downhill. He should not have fallen on that. He's a 77 flat. He should not have fallen on that. But you can see how he's attacking essentially right now and not making, well, Goosens is at the front pushing as well. This is the peloton, by the way, but there are riders off the front. There's 27 riders off the front. We are the peloton because the leader of the race is here, and we are more than a minute behind with 7.6K to go. And Foss, even though he's a good downhill guy, is not making up any ground. We're not the only ones pushing, though, as Ineos is here pushing. Sivikov is who they are riding for. Let's go ahead and transcend. Try to get him going out front. We've closed the gap a little bit. We've caught by about 20 seconds, and we are nearly in contact. 3K to go. Gel. Sprint. And we get closer, and now I sprint. Will we make contact? We will not make contact with the group. So we are losing time. Adam Yates was 6th on the stage. We are roughly 45 seconds behind. Wow. 2 crashes. Terrible luck. Now we have more work to do on the final stage, as Adam Yates will now have the race lead. We should still be well clear of everybody else, but now it's not just holding off in Adam Yates, who's a weaker time trialist on the final stage. Now we're going to have to beat him to retake the lead. All right, so we are at the final stage. It's going to be a little while before I set off, but climbers have been dominating this one. As you can see, most of the time is uphill. No wind, even though it's pouring down rain, so the wind will not impact anything. There's no headwind, tailwind, crosswinds, or anything like that to deal with. From watching my teammates, most of them are either doing an 85 or an 86 throughout. So that's one thing I would think, unless we have a negative race day condition, we could probably manage in 86 throughout the most of this one. It is just shy of 10 kilometers in length, and we are nearly there. Simon Yates is second, Civikov, and on top Jack Haig is there. And let's see, Dumoulin, by the way, I don't have to just look in front of me here now. There's enough of a threat right behind me because you have Tom Dumoulin, who is both a strong time trialist and a strong climber. But from what I'm seeing in the standings, the mountain rating is your time trial doesn't matter much on this one today anyway. So as the best climber, I should still be the favorite. Looks like I have a 0 race day condition again, so I've gotten unlucky in the last 2 stages on -1 draws each day. But I've got an 86 mountain, and we're going to make the best of that. I think I should be able to manage that 86 just fine, and that should give me a pretty dang good turn of speed. Adam Yates, though, how's he looking? I don't know.
Here we are in climber country. They're off on the first slope of the day. The riders
Same
are
with
going
the
through a
Mulan.
very tough portion
So,
with percentages.
we're out there.
of
We're
10%.
pushing. That 86 seems to be holding. I'm using the overall energy, the yellow, at about on the rate it needs to be. It looks like my red bar is going at about the rate it needs to be as well. It looks like we may need to go 85 for a moment at some point, but otherwise, tempo-wise, it looks like I'm going about as fast as I can go, using up the right amount of energy here fairly consistently, and I'll only need to momentarily drop to an 85 to get the best time out of this. There's the 5K banner as we go through, and again, we are just a little bit beyond where we need to be, so let's back off to that 85 now, even that out.
That's the best intermediate time so far.
First at the
He's
first
got to
time
hang
check.
in there.
3 seconds ahead, Simon Yates. Adam Yates comes in just 3 seconds down. There's your problem, as it's a climbing stage. So our double fall in stage 7, we overcome the first fall, but the last fall comes way too late in the stage. We're going to finish second. We're going to finish second overall. We're going to finish second in the KOM. We're going to finish first in the under 25s at least, but we're going to potentially win the stage anyway. Let's get back up to that 86 here and push. 3 seconds ahead is all we had at that first time check. Where was Dumoulin? Way down in 16th. He's well off pace. We are closing in on him. Civikov's the one we got to watch out for. Simon Yates as well, and I think they were both pretty dang close. It was 3 and 5 at the first time check as we approach now the final kilometer. And we're going to attack that a little bit harder to the finish line.
That's a best time.
And that is into the lead by 6 seconds. Adam Yates is all we got to watch for, but he's not going to lose 44 seconds here. He's going to lose 10, 12 seconds, 7 seconds. So we got a stage win. We missed out on the overall because of that fall. We lost 45 seconds on that fall, by the way, which put us 44 seconds down overall. We do win this final stage. We win that climb. But hurt by the fall. It happens. Not much you can do about it. Yates for the win. We got second. Dumoulin third. Caruso and Sciolmos. Alaphilippe also up there as well. At least I got some bonus points with things like the KOM and the under 25s. That helps. Final tally for this one gives us an extra 62 points of progression. That gets us through half of our first level, towards our next upgrade, which our last upgrade cost us a mountain point, even though it didn't say it was going to. Thanks, game. Thanks. We're back down to an 84 mountain. Well, losing the win certainly cost us some points, but finishing second was worth plenty. Getting a stage win there at the end also worth plenty of points. Adam Yates, though, comes from nowhere to third. So that was a lot of points. And we definitely did not get the same. I think we already had 900 something. So we got about 300. So we got essentially half of the points he got. We lost 300 points from that crash. That part hurts, but right now we are doubling up second place in the World Tour rankings. In the Super Prestige, we have a pretty substantial lead there as well. So it's looking really, really good at this point. And we've had 8 victories already this season. Should have had a 9th there, but whatever. It's okay. Regroup, move on. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.